Greetings, folks. It's nearly 5 years since the COVID panic began. Ireland is still living with the fallout. The Eurostats figures speak for themselves. Ireland continues to record one of the highest excess deaths rates in Europe, month after month, year after year. Yet this cobbled-together Irish government refused to investigate it, folks. But I believe we must speak the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I believe that much of this excess mortality is linked to the COVID vaccines. How many of you now, folks, suffer from heart problems, chest pains, blood clots, sinus infections, or infections that just won't clear up since taking these COVID injections? How many families have you seen young, healthy people suddenly collapse on football pitches? How many mothers who never had a cancer diagnosis in their lives are suddenly being told now that they have stage 4 cancer, only to be dead within weeks or months? Folks, these are not coincidences. This is a pattern, and it is a pattern, I believe, that this cobbled-together Irish government and the AHSC and the global unelected elites in Brussels want to pretend that doesn't exist. I believe the Irish government and their allies in Europe knew full well, folks, what were in those vaccines. And I believe they consented to mass harm, mass death that amounts to nothing less than genocide against their own people. They locked us up, folks, in our homes. They silenced us. They terrified people into compliance. And now, years later, the cost is written in headstones, funeral notices and shattered families across Ireland. God only knows how many more will die before Christmas. And still, unbelievably, they are preparing to roll out more of these injections. But this time, I say the Irish people will not comply. We know the truth now. We know what's at stake. We must demand accountability. Those who approved and pushed these vaccines, and those who ignored the mounting evidence of harm, those who sold fear to keep control, they must be now, folks, held responsible for their actions. The Irish people deserve answers. We deserve justice, and above all, we deserve the right to protect our families, our children, and our nation from ever again being treated as expendable in the name of profit, power, or globalist agendas. Folks, this is not just justice. This is life and death. This is Ireland's future. Well, today I'm speaking on behalf of every Irish consumer, every family and every person who deserves the basic right to safe food. Just weeks ago, we learned of an listeria outbreak linked to Ballymaguire Foods. This outbreak has already claimed one life and left others seriously ill. Yet, astonishingly, within just 7 weeks, Ballymaguire Foods has resumed operations. I ask you, if a farmer's milk or beef failed a quality assurance test, folks, would that farmer be allowed back into the food chain within weeks? Absolutely not, folks. Farmers are shut down instantly until every risk is cleared. So why, folks, is a large food processor treated differently when lives have been lost? Today, folks, I've taken it a step further. I've written to the board of directors of Ireland's biggest supermarket chains: Dunnes Stores, Musgrave Group, Lidl, Aldi, Tesco, BWG Foods, Spar, Lundis, Mace, Excel, Gala and Cost Cutters. I, folks, have given them 48 hours to provide clear answers on 3 critical points. 1. What steps did they take to remove Ballymaguire products from their shelves? 2. How were recalled products securely destroyed so they could not re-enter the food chain? And 3. What new safeguards are now in place to protect the public? And folks, I must say this clearly. I'm standing here today looking at the food I've bought in the local supermarket, and I'm asking, is it safe to eat it? Or could I end up dead like that poor man who died from listeria just 7 weeks ago? In digging through the High Court records back to 2017, folks, I have uncovered something that the public deserves to know. A whistleblower who tried to warn about food safety and was silenced with a gagging order. The company behind that injunction was none other than Pat the Baker. Yes, folks, Pat the Baker, one of Ireland's best known food brands. His only so-called crime, this whistleblower, was simply just telling the truth. And he nearly lost his life, I believe, after that cover-up. These records are in the public domain, and they reveal that the authorities knew the potential for outbreaks like this. The whistleblower's warnings were ignored, and now we are living with the consequences. A man dead, many more seriously ill, and still, folks, no accountability. What price can we put on a person's life? The answer is none. A plate should never kill a life. I look forward now to meeting with this whistleblower personally, and unlike what Pat the Baker tried to do, I will not silence him, because the truth must be told. The Irish people deserve transparency, accountability and reassurance that public health comes first before profit. If these supermarkets fail to answer within the time frame, I will escalate this through legal action, public campaigns and the national media. This is not just a consumer issue, folks. This is about trust, responsibility and the right for every citizen to safe food. I'll keep you updated. Gura Míle Maithagah.